Hello students, it's Mr. Weaver. The purpose of this screencast is to show you, first of all, when you find a source, what do you do with that source? So I'm going to go through a few things. First of all, I'm going to do it just with an example. Let's say that I were doing my research on absentee fathers, and that's a fact, which of course relates to Lord of the Flies. And I am in iSearch, as Mrs. Ashworth gave us a wonderful presentation. I'm going to further that by showing you how to take that information and put it into the documents that I gave you. So here is absentee fathers, and when I hit search, the first thing that comes up is my library over here, and that would be things that are actually in our library at Oakwood High School. Your encyclopedias, basic sources. Now, a lot of your sources that you could get would be from basic sources, periodicals, journals, newspapers, etc. But remember, and I'm going to mention this on Monday, you have to have two advanced sources. An advanced source is an academic journal, a peer-reviewed periodical, and if you go to advanced sources, you're going to find those. So any of these is fine. And so I found a good one here called The Long-Term Effects of Early Paternal Presence on Childhood Behavior. Paternal means of the father. So if I were to view this, which I'm going to, you will see that we have the abstract here. Now the abstract is where it basically tells you what the article's about. You can read that or not. I am going to go ahead and go to the full text. When I go to the PDF full text, you are going to see that the abstract is here at the beginning, and then it has the introduction, it has lots of information in it, and this looks overwhelming. And if you were to just start reading in here, the role of the father in child development has historically been understood as unique from that of the mother. Okay, that's some information that you could put as something in your presentation. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, if I find something in particular that's really helpful. Let's say I go down here to, and I looked at all this already, and I were to keep going down, and I find discussion. And in this discussion, it says this: our findings suggest that it may be paternal presence during the earliest years of childhood that has the greatest influence on later behavioral functioning in children. That is quite the statement. Now, I could go back and go through all the reasons why, but essentially this study has found that paternal presence, that of the father, during the earliest years, as in 0 to 3.5 years, as I read part of the study, has the greatest influence. That's a huge statistic, and I want to include, or that's a huge fact, and I want to include that in my presentation. So the question then is, what do I do? Well, the first thing I would do is I want to make sure I can get back to this article. So I'm going to do this permalink, and I'm going to go up here and I'm going to copy that, and for me it's Command-C, for you it's probably Control-C, and I'm going to go to my research notes template. You have one of these, right? I'm going to paste it in here. There, now I can go back to it anytime. For a summary, I did read over it a little bit more, and I'm going to write down that this article details the effect of the effect on children when fathers are absent in the earliest years. That's just a reminder to me of what the article was about, because if I just look at this permalink, I'm not going to know. Then I put my note here. Now I could just copy and paste it, which I believe I will do. Okay, so where was that discussion? It was right here. So, I lost it. Here it is. So I think I can copy and paste this. I'm going to attempt to. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Copy. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't, I may have to just, yep, there it is. Now I have a note. Okay, great. But here's the thing. You also have to do an annotated bibliography, correct? So the annotated bibliography, this is one of the sources that I have found. And it says here, citation in MLA format. So I need the citation, not the permalink. Well, where's the citation, Mr. Weaver? Well, let's go over here. What does this say right here? Cite. Oh, if I click cite, and you're going to scroll down here. This is important. You don't want the ABNT, the Brazilian National Standards citation. You want the MLA, Modern Language Association. So I'm going to copy and paste just that, copy, and I'm going to put it in my, here. There, now I have the correct citation. Now, unfortunately, when you copy and paste it, it does not do the indentation correctly. So this has to be tabbed over, and it doesn't let you, the second and third lines, it doesn't let you do that. So you have to go to this line, hit delete, return, and then tab it, and I can do that. And then I can, there we go. So I have it now, that is my citation. At this point, I could summarize what the article is about. And then this paragraph, I'm explaining how this is going to help my presentation, which here I would just say it contains interesting facts about children without a father in the earliest years. And then I would say more than that, but I don't have time in this presentation. But I'm not even done. Okay, so now let's go to my Google slide. What would this look like in the Google slide? Well, here's my title page, Absentee Fathers. And then here, this is a template page where you can put statistics or information. And so I'm going to title this slide, Interesting Facts. Okay? And then right here, it said as your definition stat, okay? I'm not going to write the whole thing. I'm just going to say children, well, I'm going to put effect on children early in life, okay? And then I'll be able to say more. I would put an image here. I didn't create an image, but you could just have an image of a baby here. That would be fine. But then you see this down here? It says add a citation of some kind down here so we know where you found this information. Which citation is that referring to? It's not the permalink, guys. It's this. So you don't have to copy from there. You could copy it right out of your annotated bibliography. Now, you don't have to copy the whole thing. You could just copy this part right here. You don't have to do the whole thing. Copy that and put it in there. Okay, whoop. Let me, obviously I want to delete that first and then copy it in there. Now, as you're presenting, okay, and if I were to go back and look at your presentation, your Google slide, I would know, oh, that's referring to, they got this interesting fact from information from Angus Craig from that article. Ooh, and let me go to the, you guessed it, the Works Cited page. So we have one more thing to do. We need to put this citation here. And here you want the whole citation. So we're going to copy, and we're going to paste it here. Now we have a citation, and then you just double space for your next citation. Okay? The citation should be in alphabetical order. When you finish it, these citations should be in alphabetical order, just so you're aware. But that's how you get the information from your research all the way back here. Okay? I found this research in this article. That's how you get it all the way back into the actual presentation. Now, when you're presenting, it's the last thing. When you get to this slide and you are telling us about the interesting facts, you want to say something like, according to Angus Craig et al., okay, according to an article by Angus Craig, or according to an academic journal, which then I'll know, ooh, this is from one of those academic journals, those important advanced citations. Okay, you want to say that in the presentation so that I know, and so that the class knows where you got your information. That way you're giving credit where credit's due. You're not just giving us this information, the effect on children in early life off the top of your head. It's actually from a source. I hope this is helpful for you. I know it's long, but you're going to need to be able to do this as you are getting your information from the iSearch, okay, and from Google. And I'll teach you in a different slide, or actually in class, how to put information in so that you can get the citation from Google, because it's a little different. You're going to use EasyBib or another online citation tool. Have a wonderful day.